100 Forbidden Persuasion Hacks Marketers Use on You Daily. Part 1. Section 1. Only 3 left stock counters. You know the feeling. You're scrolling late at night, and suddenly the page flashes a bright red you notice. Only 3 items remain. Your heart skips a beat. In that instant, the object seems rarer, shinier, almost fated to be yours. This trick comes from a 1975 cookie jar experiment where identical biscuits became tastier the second the jar looked empty. 40 years later, the same reflex lives inside e-commerce widgets that pull real warehouse numbers, dress them up in danger colors, and let your imagination do the heavy lifting. Real-world moment. During the first big Prime Day event, the add-to-cart rate on certain gadgets jumped more than 14% the minute the counter dipped below 5. Shoppers pictured thousands of unseen hands rushing in, so they clicked before the phantom crowd could arrive. The stock never truly vanished. Warehouses simply refreshed the count in the background, and the dance began again. Take back control. When that shrinking number shouts at you, breathe deeply and count to 20. Open a second tab and search the product name plus the word stock. Almost every time, you'll discover plenty of supply somewhere else. This tiny ritual hands power back to your thinking brain and reminds you that urgency printed on a screen cannot reach through the glass unless you invite it. Section 2. Countdown timers in carts. There it is, a little clock ticking down beside your shopping cart. It looks helpful, almost polite, yet each second is a hammer tapping the fear center of your brain. In 2019, researchers at Cambridge found that simply showing a deadline pushed almost 9 out of 10 shoppers to finish checkout inside 15 minutes. The screen blinks, the numbers fall, and suddenly you're sprinting even though nobody chased you. Real-world moment. Travel websites mastered the art first. Booking.com loves to whisper, "Only 5 minutes left to secure this room." Their analysts reported that message alone lifted same-session conversions and inspired rivals to copy it within months. Guests believed a stranger on the other side of the planet was reaching for the very same pillow, so they raced ahead without comparing prices. Take back control. The next time a timer appears, hit the brakes. Take a quick screenshot so you know the offer details, close the page, and set a 30-minute alarm of your own. When you return, 9 times out of 10, the deal is still waiting, or an equal one has surfaced. True scarcity does not need a stopwatch, and your vacation will not evaporate during a coffee break. Section 3. Last chance emails before price hikes. The subject line screams, "Open now, prices rise at midnight." Your thumb hesitates, then taps. Loss is a louder motivator than gain, and marketers know it. A 2021 study in the Journal of Marketing Research showed that price increase warnings hiked click-through by nearly half. Even people who ignored earlier newsletters suddenly cared when the clock threatened their wallet. Real-world moment. Netflix used the tactic in 2022. They sent a tidy sequence of emails announcing a coming subscription bump. Dormant users woke up, checked their plans, and many upgraded before the deadline. By stating the pain up front, Netflix pulled future revenue into the present quarter. Take back control. Create a cool-down filter inside your email account. Any line containing phrases like "last chance," "price rise," or "ends tonight" lands in a folder you open only on Saturday morning. 4 quiet days act like a windshield wiper on panic. If the cost truly matters to you, you can still act, but you will do it with a clear head and steady pulse. Most services that raise prices come with a grace window or a grandfather clause. Even if you miss the email, you can often lock in the old rate by chatting with support. Companies want to keep paying customers happy, and they quietly build wiggle room into every policy. Section 4. Early bird pricing tiers. Buy early, pay less. Sounds generous, right? Yet early bird tiers are really engineered urgency. Behavioral economist Richard Thaler explains that we keep mental envelopes for money. Spending from the today envelope feels different from tomorrow's. Offering a small discount nudges you to open that envelope now before you comparison shop. Real-world moment. On Kickstarter, campaign founders drop 50 super early spots at a deep cut. Data from Crowdfund Insider shows that projects hitting 20% of their goal within 48 hours are almost certain to fund. Collecting cash quickly signals momentum, attracting more backers, and the wheel spins faster. Take back control. Before you click pledge, pause and picture yourself 3 months ahead. Would you still be thrilled at full price? If the answer is no, the discount is fishing line, not a reward. Mark the regular deadline on your calendar and return then. Seats and products are usually still there, and if they are gone, a similar offer will surface soon. If the event matters deeply to you, reach out to the organizer. Many hold community or scholarship slots that appear only when you ask. Generosity lives behind the curtain, while the flashy countdown hogs the stage. Waiting also protects you from scope changes. Early versions of courses or gadgets often shift features or dates after the first rush. By arriving later, you gain clarity, updated specs, and sometimes a bundle that the early birds never saw. Section 5. Flash sale push notifications. Your phone buzzes during the evening commute. The message reads, "Lightning deal, 75% off for 30 minutes. That vibration is no accident. A 2020 University of Chicago study proved that unpredictable rewards spark stronger dopamine than predictable ones. Retail apps time those jolts when your willpower reserves are low after a long day. Real-world moment. Nike's SNKRS app is famous for shock drops. In 2023, the Jordan 4 Thunder sold out in under 3 minutes. The surprise pushed fans to mash the buy button before price, fit, or need could enter the chat. Take back control. Turn off marketing notifications in every shopping app. Build a wish list instead. Add the item, walk away for 48 hours, then check a price tracker like Camel. Data gives you the calm that push alerts steal. Keep a small sticky note on your phone case with one question. Do I already own something that does this job? Reading that line at the moment of buzz short-circuits reflex buying and adds a beat of thoughtful space. Another smart move is to separate fun money from bill money. Load a prepaid card with your monthly allowance for discretionary buys. If a flash deal appears and the card balance is low, you have a built-in speed bump. The deal may look fleeting, but your financial peace lasts longer than any 60-minute sale. Section 6. Invite-only waitlists. Exclusivity is a velvet rope that marketers stretch across a simple doorway. Social psychologist Robert Cialdini notes that when freedom feels restricted, desire surges. Clubhouse tapped that instinct in 2020. The audio chat app launched by invitation only, and soon more than 1 million curious people stood outside, hoping for a code. Real-world moment. At the height of the craze, invite codes sold on resale sites for more than $120. Daily user counts leaped from a tiny 1,500 to 2 million in 6 short months, all without paid ads. Other products, from luxury credit cards to boutique exercise studios, recycle the same script. Take back control. Think of an invite like a beta test. Ask yourself, what problem does this solve for me today? If your answer sounds fuzzy, step back. The moment the company needs fresh growth, the rope drops, prices shift, and bugs get fixed. Often you win by waiting. While you wait, explore open source or public alternatives. Many free tools match 90% of the shiny newcomers' features, and they improve faster because users can peek at the code, file issues, and shape updates together. If you still crave the prestige signal, set a calendar reminder 3 months out, then review whether friends are actually using the platform. Buzz burns bright but quickly, and genuine value leaves tracks you can follow, steady usage, meaningful testimonials, and a community that sticks around after the confetti settles. Section 7. Limited edition color drops. A fresh shade lands and sneakers vanish before your browser can refresh. That frenzy is collectible scarcity in action. In 2018, researchers at Harvard showed that limited color variants boost perceived value by more than 1/3, even when the build and materials remain identical. Real-world moment. Supreme's bandana box logo hoodie launched at $168, then flipped for $900 within hours. The fabric was unchanged. Only the pigment and the story surrounding it fueled the runaway markup. Take back control. First, separate function from display. Ask, would I wear this twice a week if it were plain black? If not, the piece is likely a trophy, destined for a shelf, not your life. Next, remember that rare colors often cycle back. Brands reissue fan favorites when sales slow. Set your phone to grayscale for a day. Without vibrant hues on screen, the emotional punch of a new palette softens. When color returns, your brain can judge more clearly whether the shade itself changes anything meaningful. Neuroscience backs this trick. A team at New York University found that new visual stimuli fire reward pathways harder the very first time, then fade rapidly. By delaying the buy until that rush cools, you turn a hot impulse into a cold, reasoned choice. Your closet and your budget will thank you. Section 8, seasonal flavors that vanish. Pumpkin spice in the fall, peppermint in winter. Shamrock shakes when spring peaks around the corner. These seasonal tastes work like alarms that marketers ring on schedule. A 2022 study from Cornell showed that when a flavor appears only once a year, people rate its taste almost 1/3 higher than the same recipe served every day. The calendar, not the syrup, makes the drink feel special. Real-world moment. On January 8, 2023, Starbucks pulled its holiday menu. TikTok burst with more than 1 million clips begging for one last peppermint mocha. The buzz did more than express sadness. It built a countdown to the next big drink drop and kept Starbucks at the front of every feed during a slow sales month. Take back control. Treat seasonal drinks as tiny celebrations, not must-have staples. Ask yourself, can I copy this taste at home with a few spices and a splash of vanilla? You usually can. Keep a taste journal. Score each limited drink again 3 days later. Most fall from magic to average once the novelty fog lifts. When the score slips, so does the spell. Section 9, location-based festival merch. Imagine a t-shirt you can only buy inside the gates of a legendary music festival. The cotton is ordinary, yet the zip code stitched on the sleeve turns it into treasure. A 2020 Stanford study found that travelers value items purchased at the event itself 40% more than identical gear sold online. The story prints the profit. Real-world moment. At Coachella 2024, holographic hoodies sold for $120 inside the grounds. Within 24 hours, the very same hoodies flipped for $400 on resale apps. What shoppers paid for was the right to say, "I was there." Take back control. Separate the memory from the merch. Before you stroll into the booth, snap a few photos and jot a line in a pocket notebook about how the music feels. That simple act satisfies the urge to capture the moment. Lollapalooza wristband data showed that 65% of merch buys happen within the first 2 hours before fans hear a single live riff. Set a rule. No souvenir shopping until the last day. If the item still calls to you after the encore, buy it. If not, you saved space in your closet and cash in your pocket. Sudden going out of business signs. Bright yellow banners scream, everything must go. Both scarcity and sympathy flood your senses. A 2017 study from the University of Nevada discovered that during liquidation sales, shoppers spend 1/3 more than during regular promotions, even when discounts are identical. The looming end prize open wallets. Real-world moment. A furniture chain in Chicago kept a store closing sign up for 18 months, yet reported a 22% profit jump. Customers thought they were rescuing the last couch from oblivion. In truth, the business refreshed stock quietly in the back room and banked the urgency. Take back control. Check public records. Search the state business registry for a dissolution filing or look for a lease termination notice taped on the door. No record? Treat the sale like any weekend markdown. And if the closing is real, swing by on the final weekend. Liquidators drop prices below cost to clear the floor. Follow a replacement rule. Buy only if the piece upgrades something you already plan to retire. Photograph the tag on day 1 and again on day 3. Watching the price fall in real time trains your eye to see through the next neon farewell. Now imagine this, you have the entire playbook. The next empty jar, ticking clock, or flashing banner will still appear, but you will see it for what it is, a carefully placed spotlight, not a genuine crisis. Breathe, pause, and decide on your own terms.